Hey everyone, how's everyone doing? My name is Gina and I am doing great. So, I've already recorded what this video is going to be about, but I had not completed the album yet, and I didn't want to put this video up until I had the album completed so that you could actually see the end product of what we're going to be making. Okay, so I'm going to go through the album very quickly. I'm not going to spend too much time because you're going to be building it, and then the very last video will be us embellishing. So you will see how everything is done. But I did want you to see. Now, as you can see, this is a fat, it is a chunky monkey. But I did that so that you could kind of see everything that this template can do for you. Okay, so very quickly, so here's our cover. I did make all of the flowers. The flowers are from my vintage ephemera, or they're from the paper pack. And so here we have the front cover, and here we have a cute little belly band. And if you open this up, you will see we have a cute little peekaboo little window there that I love. And then, you know, we have these little cute little things. Now, each pocket, there is a side pocket that you can put inserts in. Okay, and then here's our second page. Isn't it adorable? Look, oh, when y'all watch this, or it's the first page, the back part, when y'all see this video, that was a sweet surprise. And then we have this little tuck spot, and there's a magnet here, so you can just put that little cute thing there. So we open it, and we have a flip, and then we have more pockets, and we have another belly band, but this guy, what it does is it pulls out. It's the accordion. So we have a belly band here, we have a place to put an insert there. Some places, again, I left blank just so pictures can go in or whatever. Now this is a floatable pocket. So it comes off. There is a magnet here, and there's a magnet in here that helps it to stay. And inside, I created a little journal, a little writing journal to go inside here. So we have that. It just goes right back in there. Then we have a sweet little belly band. Oh, isn't it adorable? It's so cute. And I had forgotten I have a die cut that I have bows to make little bows. So I utilized it in this album. Then when we flip this over, we have a belly band here. And inside here, we have a sweet little insert there, right? And then we have a flip here and a tag, and then we have another insert with a round tag. And let's see, I did not put anything in for the pocket there. And then we have just this pocket here. I wanted to leave it plain because I love this belly band. I love that. And then over here we have a little flip, and we have this little guy to help keep that closed. So, but you'll see how we do all of this later on. And we do have an insert there, and this has a little pocket as well. We can put things in, right? And let's put that back in there. And then on this side, we have another pocket, and then we have this little insert that goes there, and then we have a pocket there. So, as you can see, we're going to be making loads of cute, cute, cute things. Of course, you don't have to put all of this in. If I were to do it over, I would not have it this fat, but I love it regardless. He is adorable. So, without further ado, please stick around to see how we create the cover and the spine, and then there will be videos every week. For the first couple of pages, I did not realize how long it was taking me until I started editing. So, I ended up splitting them off into two, so they kind of end a little weird. But then on pages 3 and 4, I do break them into 2 parts. But each week there'll be page 2, part 1, part 2, just on different days. So, alright y'all, well thanks so much for watching, and just keep on watching. What am I talking about? It's like I'm ending the video. No, I'm not. Keep watching. Alright y'all, thanks. Hey everyone, how's everyone doing today? My name is Gina and I am doing great. I am so excited, y'all. I'm excited. So, I've been working, and my templates that I have been working on are finally done. So, I want to show you a little close-up what the templates look like. They're going to be available on my Etsy store, and there's going to be 5 different sets. One's plain, one I called Map, one I've called Notebook Grunge, one I've called Harlequin Grunge, and one I've called Zodiac. So, let me start off. I've got them all bound here, so that, because I wanted to show you what they would look like on the template, because sometimes it's hard to tell that on Etsy. So this is the plain one right here, and you will get a guide. Every set has the same exact things in it in this order. So you get the guide, and it will just tell you like what each page is for, and like what page the mats are on, and all that kind of good stuff. And then you get a title page so that you know, okay, well, here I come. I'm coming to the plain template. So this is the plain template. This is what it looks like. Page 1 is for the covers and the spine. There are 2 spines. One's a 2-page and one is a 4-page. I've been doing 2 pages for the last few albums, and I was like, you know what, I want to do a 4-page. So I created a 4-page, and then we have banners, and these banners nest on top of each other. So this is this one's mat, this one is this one's mat, this one is this one's mat, and this one is this one's mat, and of course this one doesn't have a mat. So that is how you get the mats for those. This right here is our base page in 2 belly bands. This belly band, and this belly band, this one is portrait, and then this one is landscape. And then you have your pocket base page, and then you have 3 belly bands on this page. And then you have just a frame, just a little frame just to decorate with. The pockets, you know, they're what you put together in order to put the books in, because we do have a hinge system. It's a hinge system book. But I'll show you, because I've made other pockets that you don't necessarily just always have to use this one if you don't want to. Now the belly bands we have several on this page too, and then we get to the tag. And this is why I called it tag along, is because I created a lot of tags. I was just obsessed with tags when I did this. I just loved the look of the tags, the look of the tag pockets, and so I think I might have gone a little overboard, but I really enjoyed it. So, but you have these 3 belly bands here. This is a flip, if you want it to be a flip, but these end up being used with these. And these will also be used with these. But it's all explained in the guidebook. And when we do our albums, of course I'm going to be using these. So you'll see how we will utilize them and use them. Here's a pocket. And then here's a little frame. It's like a little ribbon frame. Thought that was cute. And then we have 3 other pockets. And again, like this pocket and this pocket, if you want, you could use that as your base pockets instead of the big, tall one that covers the whole base page. And then here's another pocket. Here's some more pockets. And then here's our inserts. And again, these are nestable, so this is the mat for that one. And then we have more inserts, and again, this is the mat for that one. These 2 are nestables. And then this is that mat there. And then I just added in this. I don't know if you'd want to use it or not, but it kind of goes with the color. And then we get to our mats. And I did add the hinge pages. This is for the 4-page hinge, if you wanted to use 4-page. And then these are our mats. I have a plain mat and a fancy mat to go on the base pages and the base pocket page. And here's our 2-page hinge. And then here's our belly band mats. And then all of the belly bands and other pockets mats. And just these are the mats to all the different pockets, different belly bands, and inserts. And then you will also get this page for free. And so that is the template. Now this is the Harlequin Grunge template, and again you get the guide. I'm just going to skip on through because the guide is all the same. And then here comes the title page, and then this is what the templates look like with the Harlequin Grunge. Just flip through them very quickly, but not too quick, so that you can take a look at what they look like. And then we get to the matting, right? And again, this, you will, at every set, there is this free page. Sorry about that. And then I did a map 1, and again, here's the guide. And then here comes the template itself. And this is what the template looks like with the mat, with the map. Alright. I'm just flipping quickly through just to give you an idea, because like I said, sometimes it's hard to see on Etsy. And then there's that page. And then I did a zodiac. And again, here's just the guide. And then here's the title page to the template itself. And this is what it will look like. So, I love this. I debated between using this one and the Notebook Grunge, because I really like this one too. I really like the Zodiac. And again, you get, oh, somehow that came off. Well, I need to put that back on. But then you get the page too. Now, let me show you the Grunge notebook paper. And that's actually what I'm going to be using on this album, the album that we're going to be making. And when I ended up, I just printed this one out kind of weird, and so it's not quite in the same order as those other 3, but it will be in the same order on Etsy. I hope that made sense. But there's the guide, and then here's the title page, and then this is what it looks like. So, and that's the insert, or the mats, and then you will get the I think it's here. Yeah. Nope. Where did it go? There it is. You do get that too. That's in every one. It's my free gift to you for purchasing the albums. So again, these will be on my Etsy store. So if you're interested in purchasing one of them, go ahead and go there and you can purchase it. Now, I've made it where the mats, let me show you. Like, here's the mats. Because I love getting the 8x8 sheets, right? They're inexpensive. They're not as expensive as the big 12x12s. And I don't know, I just think they look pretty cool for the little albums, the mini albums. So I wanted to make sure that my mats will be able to be used with the 6x6 pads. And they are, all except for the cover. The cover and the spines will not be able to, unless you don't mind there being a 1/4 of an inch gap between the two. But I like mine to not have that much gap. But anyway, so that is, so yeah, so I made it, I'm sorry, well, so I made it to do a 6x6 sheets on all of these. So you can use your 6x6. But of course you can use your 12x12, cut it down to 8.5 by 11. You can use 8x8. You can use whatever floats your boat. But I just wanted to point that out. And to let you know that the cover and the spines, you can't use the 6x6 sheets on that. Which, that is just the way that I had to end up making it. Okay, so let's start working on our covers. I tried and attempted to use the cardstock that I'm going to use to do my pages. It's this cardstock from Joann's, and it's by Park Lane. I got it at Joann's. It's 110, but it is so thick, y'all. It's almost like chipboard. It's actually a little bit thicker than even poster board, I would think. So I went ahead and did a cover with it, and but I ended up not liking it. So, I mean, I even recorded it and everything, but in the end, I just felt like it was too flimsy, and I don't like my covers that flimsy. So, but, I mean, it's up to you, whatever way you want to do it. So, I'm going to go ahead and just use chipboard like I normally do, and I'm going to get out my cover, and I should be able to get everything on this one piece of 12x12 chipboard. And I will try to remember to link down in the description where I get my chipboard. I get it from Amazon. And I'm going to go ahead and just put the line here. Now, mind you that all these templates that I create are hand done. So sometimes it might be a little crooked or whatever, but when you cut it out, you will know where to go with the lines on these. But I tried my best to make sure that everything was straight. So, alright. And we'll just go this way. And down this way. So, yeah. Alright. So, now I'm going to get my Fiskars Precision. I do use this to cut chipboard. I've never had a problem using it to cut my chipboard. So, it's heavy duty enough where it will work. So I'm just gonna cut out my pieces. Yeah, I think y'all can see what I'm doing. My desk is not all that big. Actually, now I'm gonna cut it this way so they're all the same length, right? You do have to use your muscles, I will say that. Alright. have that left. Now we can cut out the pieces. Move it over a little bit. When you're using the Fiskars, you don't line up with the, it took me a while to figure out how to use this, but on the guide itself, that's not what you use. You line it up on the metal, and but once you learn, you have your little curve, learning curve, and you get the hang of it. It is a beautiful tool. I love this tool so much. And the fact that it cuts chipboard is even better. So there we go. So we have our 2 covers and our spine. And I'm using the 4-page spine because I do want it to be 4 pages. It's been a long time since I've done a 4-page like this type of album. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to make my edges to put the book together. And I think I'm going to go ahead and use just craft paper. I'm sure this is from Recollections. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, it doesn't matter which one you use. We just need to get the length to make sure that we know how tall to make this. And I'm just going to do a line like that. And then I'm going to get my cutter out again. And I'm just going to use that as a guide and cut off and now what I want to do is now I want to cut my hinges, which will end up being 1 inch, or not hinges, these are the edges to put the book together. And they're going to be 1 inch wide, or about that. So, and I need 4, so I'm going to go ahead and just cut 4. There's a little glare on there. 2. I always do it this way, and you know what, it'd be better if I measured like how long it was and then just took an inch off each time. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what I'm talking about. Alright, so it's 8 inches, so let's go to, right? Yeah, it's 8 inches, so let's just move down here to 7 inch. Voila, a lot easier. Gina, I do that every time. Alright, so now I've got those 4 cut out. And I'm going to put this over to the side because I may use that for my hinges. I'm not decided yet if I want to do that or use part of the paper that I'm going to be using. And let me show you very quickly. Like I said, I've recorded some of this and then I've scrapped some of it because I didn't want to use that one cover piece. But this is the paper that I'm going to be using, Nature Garden. Alright, so I might use this for the hinge to put the book together for the spine. Or I may use one of these pieces of paper. I'm not decided quite yet, but I'm going to hang on to it. Okay, now let's go back to this. And I need my scoreboard. And I just have an old Martha Stewart scoreboard here. She does me fine. And I'm just going to take each one of these edges and I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch. It feels to me like it's been so long since I've done an album, and I don't know why. I don't think it has been. But I kind of feel a little rusty. Alright, and then we're just going to fold it and burnish it. And then we do want to cut these edges off to make a little point. Or at least I do. It doesn't matter. You can leave it straight if you want, but I kind of like it like that. Alright, so we have 1, So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to go ahead and ink as well. I'm going to ink everything. I'm going to ink my chipboard, the edges, and I'm also going to put tape. And I will show you where I'm going to put the tape. I'm going to put it on the inside of these edges. I'm going to put it like right in the middle, sort of, the best that I can, right? And then put one over on this side. Okay. And then we will, so I'm going to do that on all of the other pieces, and then I'm going to make sure that I ink it. Of course, you don't have to ink it if you don't want to. I just like the look of ink. I'm afraid I'm running out of my, and I'm using Gathered Twigs by Tim Holtz, the Distressed Ink. I love this color. I think it will look pretty with that paper line. So, okay, so that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to go around the inside and outside of all of these as well. Right. So, I'm going to do that, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I've got everything inked. I've got all the tape on. So now what I want to do is I'm going to create the book. And it's going to go like that, of course. So what I want to do is just going to bend these back. And I'm going to take my pokey tool to get this backing off. And we're going to carefully line this up, this edge to the edge of here, and we want to make sure, and I'm trying not to get in your way, we want to go as close to the edge as we can, but not go over, right? So that looks about good. Bone folder. Okay, and then what I like to do is I like to flip it like this so I can see better how my spine is going on. Because it's very important. We don't want to go like this. We don't want it to butt directly against each other. That's why when I put my tape on, I try to put it in the middle, because then it's like a perfect fit to leave a little bit of a space, because you do want probably like 1/8 of an inch of space between your cover and your spine so that you can be able to open and close your book, your album. And I'm going to go ahead and score that right there so it'll be easier. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and put the edge onto the spine over here. And again, I'm going from this edge to this edge as close that I can. I hope I'm not getting in the way. And if I am, I apologize. Without going over. Okay. Right, and again, I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to leave that gap, but I want to make sure that I'm close to there. And I'm going to leave a gap. And again, I'm going to go ahead and score it, like so. And now, I'm just going to add these on to the sides that need it. Again, just lining the edges the best that I can. Okay, I want to give it a good burnish. And burnish this down. Okay, and then I'm going to, as I'm bending it, I'm scoring it, but not very hard. We don't want to rip the page, rip the thing there. Right. Alright. Make sure that we're gonna burnish there. Alright, and then we're gonna do the exact same thing over here. Alright. Sorry about that. I don't know what they're barking at. There's nothing out there to bark at. Who knows? Anyway, they might be listening, y'all. We got 2 new kittens today. Oh my gosh. I'll have to tell y'all this story. Okay, and so we're just going to go ahead and put this one down. And burnish, burnish, burnish. And again, let's see. We'll have this be the inside of our thing. Alright, so my husband, he works at a, he's a mechanic, car mechanic, and he works at a dealership, and these 2 cats adopted him. Well, they were kittens when they first appeared, and something happened to their mommy, so he kind of adopted them, you know, and he's been taking care of them at his work. And they're wild cats at first, and then they slowly have gotten, oh, isn't that cute? Look, we're done. Hey, we got the cover. So we have the cover. So he adopted them. He's been feeding them, taking care of them, and they slowly, you know, go around him. They only go around him. He has like a little mat in front of his toolbox, and they'll lay there. They'll lay in his chair, you know, so they've kind of adopted each other, right? Well, there were 2 of them. They both had kittens pretty much the same time. One had a litter, and then only one of hers survived though. And then the other cat had, how many did she have? She had 5. She had 5 kittens. And so the one kitten from the first mother, a guy at his work took it, and so that mama cat, I don't know, I guess she got so distraught she left, and Barry has not seen her in a while. He was kind of bummed about that, but we're hoping, because there are apartments nearby, so we're hoping that she just found a new home. But these kittens, he wanted to rescue them, and I'm like, okay, well, how many do you think we can take? And he was like, we'll take 2. I was like, okay. Because, you know, I don't mind. I'll have a house full. And so he ended up, we were waiting as long as we could, and they're not quite 6 weeks old yet. They'll be 6 weeks on Tuesday. But they were in a tire. He had 4 tires stacked up on top of each other, and the mama kitty put them in there in the shop. And so they've been slowly learning how to climb, and yesterday they started climbing out of there, or climbing up to the very top. This morning they started climbing all the way out. So we were so afraid they were going to get out, get scared by all the noises, and go run off, get run over, you know. So Amanda and I went this morning and got our 2 kittens. So we brought them home, and now we're having to foster them. And so the vet can't see them till Monday to give them a good clean bill of health, because we do have 3 other cats inside the house, and we have 1 outside. So we can't introduce them to the new cat, to our cats, until we know that they're clean. So they're in our bedroom, so they might be hearing them meowing. So, but anyway, that was a long story. Sorry. But anyhow, so now we're done with our cover. So let's now do our hinge, and then we'll be done with this video. So, what I'm going to do is, there is a hinge page, and it's on page 11, I think. 10 or 11. Uh-oh. I got stuck. Yeah, it's page 10. Now, what you could do is you can use this, or you can actually also use your base page for what I'm about to do. So either one will work. And I think, I'll show you with the base page what I'm talking about. It should be the same height, right? Because we want it to be the same height as the pages, because the pages are going to go on it. And we need it to at least, these are 1/2 inch marks. So you've got 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, 4.5 inches. So if you want to just make it ever how long this is and 4.5 inches, then you should be good to go. I'm hoping this makes sense. It'll make more sense in a second. But I think, because you will see, when you make these types of hinges, you don't of course see the hinge part itself, but you do see like the end, like you'll see this part of your hinges. Because this is an up, this is an up, this is an up, this is an up, and then these are ups. So you do see parts of your hinge. And I want it to be decorative, and this paper is thick enough where it's probably just as thick or maybe even thicker than this cardstock, the craft paper. So I think I'm going to go ahead and use a piece of this. And I now to make the decision of which do I want to use. I do like that. I think that would look cool. But I also kind of dug just the plain like this, you know, like it's, because you don't see that much of it, but I think I'm going to go with this. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go with that. And we will go, don't tell me, why is that? No, it should be working. Because it should be as tall as the page. Oh, no, it's the base page G9, not the matte. Oh, well, I can't use that. Okay, well, that's all right. Plan B. So we'll just use this instead. It's no big deal. It's just not going to be as pretty as the other. But of course, if you have a 12 by 12 sheet, so I'm just going to end up just doing like this. And I think I cut that crooked when I cut that out, so, but that's okay. So let me just put this back. No, on page 10 it goes. Yep. Okay. And I need my trimmer again. Again, I love this trimmer. So awesome. Oops, I'm sorry. This is normally why I don't videotape me cutting things out, because my desk is not very big. Alright, so again, I'm just lining it up and cutting it out. And you see, this is what I'm talking about. I cut that out crooked because, you know, I can't cut orth straight. That's why I love using this, because I can't cut like that straight. But if you just follow the one line, you'll be okay. Plus, it's handmade and it's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be stressful, so there you go. Alright, so now what we want to do, because this should fit right there, like in between, is as long as that, so that's good. So now we need our scoreboard again. And now I'm just going to score every 1/2 inch. Oh, my finger got caught there. Alright, so it's all scored nicely, and now we're just gonna go ahead and make it go back and forth just to work it, just to get the creases in there. Okay, now what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead, okay, so this goes up, so the farther edge ones go up, so this will go down so that your peak will be at this one. Alright, so we've got up, Come on, work with me. Peak like that. Okay. And then we got another peak. So it's like that. Okay. So that's exactly how we want it to look. So I'm going to go ahead while I have it looking like that. And I'm going to actually now move it the opposite way so that I can ink. Because this part, let me show you. Okay, so it's going to look like this. So this part is what you're going to see in your book, in your album. This part right here. So I want to go ahead and I want to ink that to just make it look a little bit prettier. Right? I mean, it's not like it blares out and you see it like, oh, wow. You know, it's not quite like that, but it's enough to see it. And of course, this is optional. You don't have to do it. And again, we're going to flip it up so this one needs it. All right. And then this one needs it. The hardest thing ever for me when I was starting out doing albums was the hinges, to be honest. But the more you do it, the more you play with it. And there's way different types, you know, different ways to do hinges, really. But I find this to be the simplest way. Alright, so again, it's going to go up. So this is for page 1. And then this is going to be for page 2. And this will be for page 3. And that will be for page 4. So now what we want to do, right, is we want to flip it over. And I'm going to put score tape on just one of these that go together. Oh, yeah. Before we do that, let's go ahead and notch these, because you need to notch them so it'd be easier to get the pages on. So you definitely want to notch them. Right. And then this one. And then this way. Okay. Now. Alright, and so then I want to put, let's get it together here. Here it is. Alright, so I'm going to put tape down this line on either one of these. It doesn't matter. You're just going to tape them together. Right? And as a matter of fact, you know what I think I'm going to do? Is I think I'm going to put it on both sides, just to make sure that it's going to stick together. It's not necessary, I don't feel, but you know, just added insurance, no big deal. Just added insurance. Alright, so now we're just going to take the backing off. And then we're going to squish them together. And I'm going to burnish it down, because I want to make sure that they stay together. Okay, we're going to do the same thing over here. And I'm going to put them together. And then I'm going to burnish it down. Alright, so now I hope you can see better. So now what I want to do is now I want to get ready to put it inside the album. So I'm going to put, and I probably should have done this while I was having the, you know, before I put those peaks in there, but that's okay. We just want to put them on these 3 flat parts here. because that's what we're going to use to get onto the book, onto the album. Okay, now the next step, I used to put glue, a little bit of glue on these, but then Genevieve suggested not to do that for your hinges because they might come off later, which we don't want, right? Okay, so now we're just going to try to get them up the best that we can here, and we're going to try to center. We're going to try to center the top and the bottom and to the sides here the best that you can. Right? They should fit right in between the these edges here, and you just want to make sure that your top and bottom, maybe come down just a smidgen. There we go. Okay, maybe come over. There we go. I think that looks good. Now we're just going to burnish it down. And there we have our hinges, our 4-page hinges. So that's it. So we've got our cover. We've got our hinges, and next step we're going to do is we are going to build our pages to go in the book, and we will cover and embellish later. I always like to try to do especially doing albums like this, I like to do the pages first and then I do the cover last. Because I usually put a lot of doodads and stuff, and I like for it to lay it out and not be all in my way. So, but of course we have to think about what kind of closure we're going to use and all that kind of stuff. So, but that's it for this video. So we've got our cover done. Yay! So this will be a series. We're going to have many weeks of making this, and it will be on Tuesdays. So be on the lookout for them. Alright, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. I truly, truly appreciate. Don't forget, you can get the template on my Etsy store if you're interested in purchasing it. And all that will be down in the links below. Alright, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, and subscribe if you've not already subscribed. And if you have, thank you so much. But don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified for the next video. Alright, y'all. Y'all be good to one another, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.